I whip my hair back and forth. I whip my hair back and forth. I whip my hair back and forth.
Bioterror. The world lives with it. You live with it.
Do I?
Viruses are stolen, re-engineered, misused with tragic results. And who are you supposed to trust?
Me. Trust me. Anyway, welcome back, you gorgeous and beautiful people from the internet. My name is Manza Games, and today we're gonna figure out if we can beat Resident Evil Revelations 2 with no guns. Rule number 1. Nothing else can be used other than melee weapons and grenades. And then we have rule number 2, which means we can use purchasable items. That means the bigger knife, we can use it, and the drill. Since there is 2 different runs, you get the Claire run and then you get the Barry run. Barry is, in my opinion, way harder, so I'm going to use the drill on Barry. You can't use it on both. And then I'm going to use the bigger knife with Claire. So the game started. We got introduced to Claire's thick booty. And then we had to save Moira.
Claire.
I'm never jealous of a wall, but this one, I'm jealous for sure. And then we got introduced to our first jump scare of the game. Not gonna lie, it made me cry a little bit. And then we got a hug from a total stranger. Trying to grab some keys.
Okay. Almost got it. No.
Actually grabbing the keys. Slapping some zombies. Running away from zombies. And unlocking our first door. Telling Moira to use her crowbar. Seeing a very young girl. Entering the Tomb of Doom.
I'll give you a boost.
Boosting Moira.
See if you can climb up.
And then it's time to knife some zombies. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, zombies is very easy to kill. It's roughly about 3 hits to kill them, so we're not gonna showcase every zombie. Now here's where things get interesting, finally! My goodness. 4 versus 1, who will win? Claire won without taking any damage. Find another key. Using the key. Killing some bugs. Boosting Moira again. Flipping a switch.
What? Are you kidding me?
Slapping a zombie. Getting the gear. Placing the gear where it belongs. Telling Moira to use the crowbar. And destroying a lot of zombies. We finally got outside. And tell Moira to phone the cops.
Is anyone picking this up? My name is Moira Burton. My coworkers and I were taken here against our will.
And that is the end of episode 1, Claire.
What is this place?
Entering Barry. Bro, you are 6 months late. What are you doing here? Getting spooked by...
You can't just leave me.
Watch me. Now with Barry you can do very awesome stealth kills, which is really nice. But the drill is like way stronger than I thought, to be honest. Look at this. Now this is where the game became more interesting. However, when you hit them in the critical spot, they do die almost instantly, so. Originally, I didn't want to use grenades with this run, but later in the game I have to use it, so I didn't know at this stage that grenades is allowed. And this is pretty much the only place that Italia helped me throughout the whole run.
Mother of balls! My life is awesome!
Apparently must have a mother of balls to have an awesome life.
We'll regroup later! You heard him, kid! Go!
You stay the hell alive, Bishop!
Your life will never be awesome until Claire kicks your ass.
Any requests?
Sure, I have a request.
Hey, Bobby.
Hi, Ken.
You want to go for a ride?
Sure, Ken.
Jump in.
Once I repair it, but there's not enough voltage. It needs a new battery and some fuel.
Finding the battery was not hard, but finding the fuel, let's have a look.
We're back.
Bring the fuel back to him triggered an alarm that we had to go and switch off. We were trapped inside this little room, and a lot of zombies kept coming. And then Pedro turned into an evil guy with eyes all over his body. This is technically the first boss fight of the game, finally. And down goes the first boss. Then we had to fight some doggies. They were way easier to kill, by the way. They were one shot to kill. The first exploding guy I was not prepared for.
Thanks for that.
But the second one, it went way better. If you guys are still watching, please make sure that you hit that like button. It really helps the channel more than you guys think. Now this room went way better than I thought it's gonna go. There's so many different enemies here, and there's a lot of them as well.
Look out! This one's different. I can see that.
But it went very well. Not gonna lie to you guys, the game is 10 times easier once you know where to go, what is needed every time. So, when we played Barry, we killed minimal enemies by just doing the objective.
My vision's getting
Now we're gonna get into the tough part of this game. So far we haven't died once yet, but let's find out if we died.
what you see.
First of all, I didn't know that you can actually kill these enemies with the drill or the knife, so I tried to avoid them as much as possible. Once I got to the top, I actually forgot to get the drill, so I had to run all the way back again, and I made a mistake. We got our first death. Barry died. He walked straight into the enemy because he can't see them. Now, I did not control Barry, so let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. Does this death count? Yes or no? So the second time when I spawned, I ran straight to the drill, got it, and went further with the game. After that, there's just a little bit of dogs that you have to take care of. After that, there's two enemies that we had to kill. One of them is the big guy for the first time we see them, and the other one's a normal dude. If you hit the big guy on the critical hit spot, he dies almost instantly. Here we can get a free stealth kill on him, and then we have to sprint all the way up to kill the guy before he throws poop in our face.
You're doing good!
My name is Jeff.
Dodging some spooky lasers. Then we got to a hallway where we have to kill a few zombies. Much later in the game, we have to kill another big dude. And then we got to the run killer, where I had to use my gun to shoot the objective. We have to fold the tank up so that we can get the liver and bolt out of here. Running your way out, you just have to be very cautious and careful. Then Claire and Moira had to escape an exploding building.
Was it good for you too?
Yes, it was very good for me too. On our way out of the sewers, we had to kill another few zombies. This part was not so tricky, the only thing is I had to do it twice because we got knocked off. And then we had to destroy Neil, which became Hulk himself.
Ouroboros, it's not death. It's
The battle itself was not that bad. All you have to know is that he has to hit somewhere where it will catch on fire, because you need to make him burn so you can get his weak spot. But this whole fight will be uploaded to my no commentary channel. Link will be in the description. I will also have a link to the playlist at the end of this video. Right off the bat, I knew we had to go for the bad ending, which means that Moira will be dead. Because if you go for the good ending, you'll have to use the rocket launcher and the sniper rifle in order to kill the final boss, Alex Wesker. Claire shooting here does not count because it's a part of a cutscene. Natalia humped me a little bit. What the heck? Barry and Natalia talked about it a little bit.
Follow me!
Come with me.
Coming,
Come with me.
coming,
Come with me.
coming.
The sluice part was kind of tricky, and this is why I said, okay, I'm gonna allow grenades as well. It's mainly because of this part right here. You have to shoot a barricade or something that is blocking the way that Natalia can't walk above, and you do not get a brick that you can break it with. Unfortunately, you'll have to shoot or use a grenade here. And since I'm such a pro in, you know, games, I don't miss. No, I'm just kidding, guys. But the grenade does break that that box there. Now, the enemies above, you'll just have to juke a little bit. It's nothing too serious. But after that, Natalia has to run down and open the gate for Barry. However, there is zombies in that room, so you have to stand in a very specific spot in order to kill them with a drill. Barry became the ultimate poet.
Once upon a time, this must have been some kind of mine.
Entering Barry's nightmare. Not gonna lie to you guys, the first one was actually very easy to kill.
I'll throw my back out if I try to lug this thing all the way to the elevator.
Don't worry, Barry. We'll get the little girl to carry it instead. Now, this part was also quite simple. I remembered that there's two big guys gonna spawn right now, so I'm gonna just sprint with Barry and kill them before they actually do any damage. And they really go down really fast if you hit their critical spot.
My name is Jeff.
There's not much to talk about on this part. Claire and Moira just runs upstairs, and then Wesker shoots herself, and then you pretty much just run downstairs. But something I do want to talk about. Your sexy booty Moira got trapped and saved our life. And I could not stop thinking about all the good moments we had. All together. And it saddens me just to let it die.
No! Don't you fucking dare! Moira! Come on! I'm getting you out of there! Oh, Claire! Save yourself! God help me.
Natalia and Barry get to a place where there's a lot of fog, and you do not want to breathe this in. We flip the switch, put the power on for this area. Not to mention that it was really close that we almost died here. And then we have to manually turn on the fans. When we were on our way to flip the switch, there was one nasty trying to steal my drill from me. We went to Barry's favorite place.
I've had my fill of it.
After finding all the keys that we need for this area, we went down at the bottom of the mansion. And there was a nightmare. I really could not reach the enemies with my drill. And that is when I decided to pull out my big boy friend, the grenade. We made our way down the lift, and then we found Natalia has lost her friend Lottie. Lottie is a cool DLC, by the way. I'm not too sure if we're gonna cover it. If you are still lost what I'm talking about, it's a little bear that she's carrying around all the place with her. And then finally we got to the big boy, badass, lost boss. My goodness. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this was most probably the easiest fight I've ever seen. It took me roughly about 25 seconds of drilling her in the face. She did not move once and she was dead. So it brings us back to the point, can we really finish Resident Evil Revelations 2 without guns? That is up to you guys. We unfortunately had to use a gun on one of the objectives. But if we exclude objectives, then yes, it is possible. If we don't, then no, you can't. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Looking forward to hear your response. If you did enjoy, please remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Hit that bell button, please, guys. If you don't hit the bell button, you're technically not subscribed. And I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to twist those nips.